Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And the New Orleans Pelicans had playoff aspirations entering the season. Instead, they sit with a 7-29 record, at least 3 games behind every other team in the Western Conference. The team has arguably been the most injury ravaged in the league. The face of the franchise, Zion Williamson, hasn't played since November 6th. That means yesterday marked 2 full months since he last appeared in a game for the Pelicans. Well, after missing 27 consecutive games, Williamson may be returning to the court soon, at least according to his head coach. So this is via Will Guillory on X. He works for The Athletic. You see that he says Willie Green, head coach of the Pelicans, said there's a chance Zion Williamson will be able to play this week. Said Williamson went through a 5-on-5 practice today. So this was said yesterday afternoon. Now, 24-year-old Williamson has been out since leaving a November 6th game against the Cleveland Cavaliers with the left hamstring strain. He had actually missed the previous 2 games prior to that Cleveland outing with left hamstring tightness. He's appeared in just 6 games this season, and he's certainly not the only player that has been injured. So the Pelicans have played 36 games this season. If we look at their numbers on the year, you'll see that the majority of their main pieces have missed more than a handful of games. So that includes players such as DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado, Herbert Jones, Jordan Hawkins, and Williamson. They've all missed more than a handful of games this season with injury. Almost seems as if the team has been snake bitten. A snake bitten franchise. Alvarado did recently return from his injury, and hopefully Zion's return could be next. So he's played in just 6 games this season. You see averages of 22.7 points, 8 rebounds, and 5.3 assists. Of course, with Zion, the thing with him is he just hasn't been able to stay healthy after just 1 season at Duke. Williamson was selected by the Pelicans first overall in the 2019 NBA draft. It was a dominant year with the Blue Devils as Williamson exhibited an extraordinary amount of athleticism, especially for a man his size, currently listed at 280. Since 2000, arguably the only players who entered the draft with more hype are LeBron James and Wembanyama. Now, when he's been on the court, he's mostly lived up to that height. The problem is he's missed a ton of time throughout his career. You see, he just played 24 games in his rookie season. Foot injury sidelined him that entire 2021-22 season. Now, in his 6 years since being drafted, he's played in just 190 career regular season games. Last season was one of just 2. He mostly stayed healthy. He's appeared in 70 contests. 2020-21, he played in 61 of 72 outings. So while it would be great to see Williamson back on the court again, Pelicans fans will likely hold their breath that he can remain on the court without getting hurt again. Now, as it said, Willie Green said he could return this week. Now they have 4 games up until Sunday. So today, Tuesday, they play home against the Minnesota Timberwolves, then back-to-back, so Wednesday against the Portland Trailblazers, then 2 games on the road, Friday against the Philadelphia 76ers, and Sunday against the Boston Celtics. So what are your thoughts? Would you be happy to see Zion Williamson back? I absolutely would. I mean, he's a fun player to watch. Don't get me wrong. The Pelicans certainly look to be out of the postseason race, even the play-in tournament race. But, just for Willie Green's sake, to have him have somewhat closer to a fuller roster. Of course, as I mentioned, hasn't been without Zion Williamson for 2 months, and hopefully not many more days without him, potentially even today. Only time will tell. He is now listed as questionable. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.